Hey guys, how's it going? This is HelpfulLockPicker here, and the video I have for you today is going over how you can decode a Kwikset lock, one of America's most common residential locks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can decode this lock right here in just a few seconds using the Lishi KW1 2-in-1 Pick and Decoder. This is such a powerful tool and it's a lot of fun to use, and what I'm going to do is give you a really great demonstration on it in just a second. Please stay tuned. In order to get started with our Lishi tool, what we're going to need to do is get our lock into the open position, and we're going to need to do this without utilizing the key. So in order to do this, we're going to need to pick the method that we would like to use. And what I'm going to do is show these various methods up on the screen. The first method that you can consider is going to be called Shimming the Lock open. In order to accomplish this, you're going to use a key blank and a piece of core shim. And what you're going to essentially do is get the core shim between the driver pin and the key pins, and you're going to create a shear line. Once that shear line is reached, you're going to be able to turn the plug over like you see here, and then you'll be able to proceed to the next step. The other method that you can use is going to be picking the lock open. You can pick the lock open either by single pin picking, raking, rocking, zipping, or bumping. But if you choose to bump the lock open, one consideration is if you have any of the maximal depth key pin cuts inside the lock, you're not going to be able to remove the bump key with the plug turned over, and that might not be the best option for you right now. So what I'm going to do right now is get into how you can start to decode this lock in just a few seconds using the Lishi tool. In order to better explain how the Lishi tool works, what I'm going to do is show you how a lock and key works. So when you look at a pin and tumbler lock and you see the key, you're going to see that it has different pieces that have ups and downs. This is going to be called the key bitting. On the top of each key bitting, you're going to find a key pin, and they all match up in a very specific way. The height of the key bitting plus the height of the key pin are all going to equal the same height going across. And that is going to equal the shear line. It's going to push all the driver pins up and out of the way. Nothing will obstruct plug rotation, and you'll get your lock opened up. So what you can do with the Lishi tool is decode each one of these key pins. What's going to happen is when the lock is in the open position, you're going to lift up on each key pin, and it's going to stop when it hits the top of the plug. The Lishi tool has been able to be designed so that it will measure exactly the height of the key pin, and then you're going to be able to figure out which size you need. All of these key pins come as a predetermined size on the Kwikset. They are going to be coming 1 through 6. What I'm going to do right now is show you how you can decode this key in just a few seconds utilizing the Lishi tool. So now that we have a pretty good idea of how a lock works and a rough idea of how a Lishi tool works, what I'm going to do is show you an example of how to utilize it, and I really hope that this demonstration will make you very adequate at using the Lishi tool, and you can understand how powerful it can be. So the first step is going to be make sure your lock is in the picked position, and 2, make sure you have the proper Lishi tool for the proper lock that you are working on. So the first thing we're going to do now is insert the Lishi tool all of the way, and then we're going to make note of a few of the markings on the tool. So when you take a look at the tool itself, you're going to see going across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to correspond with the chamber that you are on, and then you're going to see on the right 1 through 6. That is going to correspond with the key pin size. So what we're going to need to do is just use the indicator that you see right here, and we're going to line it up, and we're going to decode the lock in just a few seconds. So going over to 1, we're going to see that that lines up with a 1 cut. So the code to key pin 1 is going to be 1. And then we're going to go down the stack. So 2 is going to be 2. And then 3 is going to be 5. 4 is going to be 3. And then 5 is going to be 1. So what we've been able to do is we have a Kwikset KW1 key that is going to be 1, 2, 5, 3, 1. And I'll show that to you one more time. So 1, 2, 5, 3, 1. And that just takes just a few seconds. The Lishi tool is such a powerful tool, and what is really great about it is now you can go down to your local locksmith and get a code cut key, a Kwikset KW1 12531 cut in a few seconds and just for a few dollars, or you can even hand file one yourself. Not every locksmith is going to make you a code cut key if they don't know you, or if you cannot provide ownership of the lock. They really need to make sure that they are not making code cut keys just for anyone, because it is a very powerful tool. But I really hope that this demonstration was able to help you understand how a Lishi tool works and exactly why it is such a cool tool to own. These tools are very expensive right now, and they're not very easy to get a hold of, but hopefully with time the price will get down and they'll become more widely available. I really enjoyed this tool a lot, and I hope that you were able to learn a lot. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope you all have a great day, and just thank you so much for checking this out.